Earth date, November 18, 2021 in New Zealand. This is number 1097 of the Omega Communications Portal sessions. These sessions are all about you opening your awareness to enter into the space, the dimensional existence, where the beings in the station of light are. And this enables you to clearly be immersed within the energy and information coming through from cosmic consciousness. I am Lani speaking to you, and as usual, to begin the session, make sure your body is comfortable. Close your eyes and take in a lovely natural breath, because you're breathing in vital essence. Vital essence may contain information for you in the many levels that you exist in. And it helps you to transition into the receiving area of the station of light. Moving directly into the receiving mode of you as you participate in the session. Greetings and welcome into this space again, beloved. I'm addressing you on behalf of all of those of us who support you and surround you. The Council of Light who come forward. And the Council of Light has different beings who come forward in regard to the different circumstances that might be applicable in different parts of various galactic manifestations. There are also members of the group named the Federation of Galactic Beings who are supporting you all. And so initially drawing you deeper into this communication, you find that you are drawn individually to specific ones assembled who come forward to you. Always there is the initial greeting, and in the greeting there is the assessment of you as an energy being and the essence of you, which brings into you and around you and brings into the space what you have collected as information packets. The main purpose of all of this is to reassemble you, to analyze the aspects of you that have become distorted or weakened in any way, and to assess always and in a continuous fashion how you are adapting to the impulses coming through the solar portal to enhance the spectrum of your encoded information. This affects you on an energetic formation in the cellular formations, as well as the informational codes that you are presented with. Remember that in whatever language you speak, there are information codes contained in the energy systems of the symbols or the sounds, and therefore your entire energy field responds to those codes, which are patterns or frequencies. We have always reminded you that you resonate most strongly to your original point of creation, the original existence as you entered your consciousness and you created and you entered into a type of physical form. And even if that physical form is not how you would see your current physical form, it is still a formation to encompass the consciousness. As you interpret what that is in your current life form, you might say, is that a spirit? Is that an etheric energy being? That is all consciousness in some level of manifestation that is appropriate for the purposes at that time. We remind you that your current body form is appropriate for the purposes that you have in your consciousness coming into the civilization as it is now, and in whatever reality you had the perfect form for the consciousness to exist in. Now, therefore, you might have images of multi-forms of you, and you are all receiving the frequency patterns because it is all necessary for the entire creations, the manifestations of creative consciousness to be receiving encoded energy information to purify or to enhance the body in the natural way that you naturally resonate with the higher point of creation. Now, as you assimilate that and you realize what that is, there is the appropriate releasing of information patterns and codes that are not in harmony, they do not resonate with the natural formation. Therefore, there is no reason to make any adjustments in a scientific or physical way. Now, as we continue this session for you, we pass on to you the information that you have already been perceiving, that there is a change. There is going to be a flipping, a turning over of much of the coded information that has been blasted out to humanity. And this we are not referring to as this higher level coming from the initial point of creation. So again, we lift you up above all that has been occurring into a higher perspective, where you connect in with the cosmic intelligent consciousness matrix. And it is from this quantum dimensional level that you are able to perceive the changes that are already happening for people as they realize that there is a higher level of opportunity. In some of your modalities, you would call it entrainment. You are being entrained, you are being connected into the higher level that you resonate with. So there are many ways that this can be achieved. What we are giving to you in this session is the opportunity to reconnect with your own personal level and way of how to do that for you. And in turn, as you deeply assimilate that into your current activities, you will find there are ways that you are able to assist other people, because there will be a time where people become out of balance because what they had been attuned to is being turned around. And if they're not able to reconnect to the original point of existence, then there is that time of disturbance, of being completely unaware of what is happening, and so you are needed in this phase, which is becoming apparent now, and many of you are sensing. So remain in that state of connection to the pure element of creation, and we are supporting you in that field. We are of that field that is supporting humanity, and it is supporting the consciousness that is known as the Earth planetoid. Some of you, as you experience this, may be feeling an appropriate change and a loosening of what had been around your individual energy field. So take it in as a restorative and a replenishment to you. In many ways, you have been existing in a field that has been suppressing your true essence. This is another opportunity to realize that and to move beyond that, and to continue unfolding and expressing the pure essence that you are. So there is much to be taken into you now. You would be familiar with the terms used in storylines of moving into a decontamination chamber, or a field that decontaminates you. We are able to use symbology like this to help your acceptance of what we are speaking about. As you continue to progress in the current phase, then, remember what you are receiving in this session. It contains pathway mechanisms. The mechanisms are energy fields, and they assist you to connect directly into restoring balance, and beyond that, it restores the connection to the upgrade in the natural sequencing patterns. Be aware of your connections in this quantum field, the connections to greater communities of people who may be located singly where they are existing, but connected into the greater community that supports this energy to facilitate the progress and the clearness. You are enveloped in that sphere of energy. And this is what was needed, that you needed to draw around you and into you in this moment, and it is done. Aurum out. Thank you, Aurum. This is Lani again speaking to you. And I am surrounded here, and you are surrounded here, by those star beings, sometimes seen or referred to as the golden light beings. Pure essence. They usually do not appear as a very strong humanoid form, and yet that is recognized. But they are present here, and again that term, the conscious intelligence, that term contains a reference to intelligence beyond how we think about it in terms of scientific knowledge or what is presented to us. It is a higher energy field pattern that is natural to all of us. And we are reminded that we are each taking on a significant role individually because we've reconnected with the prime purpose for our presence here in the civilization at present. So this does not mean you've got to shout out from the rooftops. It's done through the inner powerful connections of energy and connection to that overall matrix of the greater quantum consciousness field. So Aurum described a sense of imbalance or uncertainty around people, which will happen. And so your quiet, controlling centre, as you stand in the core energy essence of you, like a central pool of stillness, will greatly assist the stabilization of, to me, it's like a new sense of freedom and understanding. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds in the next phase ahead. Now, this ends the session, so take in a breath, filling all of you, filling all of your energy field, your mind, emotions and body, and bring your attention back into the current moment as we measure Earth time, presenting it all back into the present moment. This ends the session through the Omega Communications portal. Thank you.